Welcome to Dragon's Lair Update. This month, women's soccer looks to defend their district title. You'll hear from national champion Gary Smolyak, and we'll recap the volleyball District G tournament. We'll start with men's soccer. Howard's looking to win the region, a feat they last accomplished in 2011. Their first test comes against Potomac State. Mike Lesner anchors our postseason coverage.
Thanks, Diane. Coach Draganov's Dragons enter the Region 20 District F tournament as the #4 seed. 8 teams are competing for the championship. The last team standing advances to the D3 National Tournament. Howard enters the postseason with an 11-5 record. Ian Evans works in the middle. He leads the team with 9 goals. Forwards Ezekiel Ebenezer and Emmanuel Wright have scored 8 and 7 goals respectively. Wright may be in the best form heading into the playoffs. The freshman out of Mount Hebron has scored 3 goals in his last 4 games. Potomac State is 10-7. The Catamounts are 2-7 in their last 9 games. Not overly impressive, but their season ended with an unfortunate no contest against Howard. Potomac State was winning 2-0 when their goalkeeper suffered a serious injury. So serious the game was ended at halftime. This time, with everything at stake, Potomac State has a chance to prove they're the better side. Playoff soccer returns to Columbia. Let's go to the Dragon's Lair. First half, throw-in for Potomac State. Tyler Kostopoulos with the clearance. Emmanuel Wright plays it off the grass. Wright, leading the counterattack, goes to Ezekiel Ebenezer, and look out! One touch, onto his right foot, goes for power! Hits the crossbar, Potomac State dodges a bullet. Elliot Quinteros goes to Curtis Kosmowski. One touch, Kosmowski storms into the box. Defender Brandon Jones with a trip inside the penalty area. Late challenge, Kosmowski had already played the ball when the trip was committed. Easy call for the ref. John Horrocks gets ready for the penalty kick. Up against Chris Orwig. 1-0 Howard. Horrocks steers it into the corner. Dragons take control of the match. Quinteros takes the free kick. Excellent ball, difficult to judge. Orwig bats it away. Sets up Ian Evans. Orwig's aggression pays off. He smothers the shot. Horrocks with the rebound, back to Eric Gonzalez. Orwig ends the chance. More pressure from Howard. Quinteros goes through 3 Potomac State defenders. Horrocks now. Picks out Ian Evans. Evans! Pure quality, pure skill. Evans gives his Dragons a 2-0 advantage. Watch this again. Ian Evans doesn't waste a movement. Gets the defender to commit, flicks it onto his right foot, never takes his eye off the ball, absolutely slaughters the volley. In his final college soccer game in Columbia, Evans has given the fans something to remember him by. Seconds later, Potomac State in possession. Gabe Kitty sends it deep, looking for his forward, Brandon Lee. Lee with the response. Potomac State now just a goal down. Christopher Lee has gotten to a wide position. Jones gets it out of the box. Poor touch from Austin Parker. Emmanuel Wright. Terrific strike. Howard has reclaimed momentum. We're still in the first half. 3-1 lead for the Dragons. Ebenezer has 3 up with him, looking to break the Potomac State resistance again. Wright! Just off the mark, but the right idea from Howard. Dragons dominating the possession battle. Wright. Wright shakes the defender onto his left. Wright! And a big-time save from Orwig. 3 minutes till the half. Howard continues to dictate the pace. Potomac State on their heels again. Kosmowski leads the attack, keeps his head up, picks out Sam Rivera. Kitty gets there first, but it's a poor touch, and they're gonna pay a heavy price. Emmanuel Wright with the brace. The freshman out of Mount Hebron High School can do no wrong at the moment. 4-1 Dragons. Second half. Here's John Jones, marches towards the goal.
Keep going, Jones!
Plays it to Rivera. Howard scores a convincing win. They're moving on to the semifinals. Let's send it down to Matt Stovall.
Elliot, this was a dominant win. At what point did you feel you had this game under control?
I think even though when they scored 1 goal, I think when we scored the penalty kick, I think we had it in the bag. I was confident that we could just keep pouring it on. When they did score, though, it gave me a little uncertainty, but we picked it right back up where we left off, and we just put them away easy.
Ian, what was your mentality coming in today?
Well, I knew since we played them Saturday, I knew we were ready to see how they're going to play, and we knew how what we had to do and all that. So we set up differently with our formation so we could attack more and score more goals, which really helped. We won 5-1, and coming in, we were all really confident, and we knew we were going to get a W.
So this sets up a huge game tomorrow. Elliot, on the radio show, you said this was that last year's playoff game, the 7-1 game. That was the driving factor for this year. How amped up are you for tomorrow?
I'm so ready for tomorrow. I can't put it into words. It's just, I'm ready to go. I'm fired up.
You get another chance.
Yeah, we got to redeem ourselves now.
Yeah.
So Ian, how about you? How much pride goes into this game tomorrow?
Oh, a lot. Remembering from last year with both of us on the team, when I play them, that's what comes to mind whenever we play Montgomery. So we're not going to let that happen again.
Gentlemen, best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
The Dragons are 2 wins away from nationals. Standing in their way is the 2-time defending Region 20 District F and Maryland JUCO champions. Howard takes on longtime rival Montgomery College. MC enters the game ranked 3rd in the national poll. The Raptors are on a 13-game win streak, and they haven't conceded a goal in their last 6 matches. Montgomery may also own the all-important mental edge over the Dragons. Montgomery outclassed Howard in their last 2 playoff meetings, outscoring the Dragons by a combined score of 11-1. Howard is out to return the favor. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Howard and Montgomery College face off next. First half, Elliot Quinteros breaks up the clear, goes to Ian Evans, taken down. Quinteros jumps on the ball onto his right. Bogdan Svitten with the save. 50-50 ball at midfield. Gabriel Ndai up against Tyler Kostopoulos. Curtis Kosmowski breaks up the diagonal ball. Ndai again, connects with Kevin Nguyen. Anmar Kanugbo is there for Howard. Ndai goes down, Kanugbo with the clearance, and Ndai is booked for diving. Alvin Funkwa to Rafael Pacano, takes it ahead. Threads it through for Joshua Odioye. Kostopoulos with a terrific challenge, puts an end to the chance. 50-50 ball. Josue Arce wins it, and in just 2 touches pushes it ahead to Odioye. Nguyen now, up against Kostopoulos. Excellent run from Odioye. Nguyen with a cross to Odioye. He scores! Tremendous play from the sophomore out of Gambia. He played it outside, kept his head up, and put himself in position for the cross. Evans ahead to Ezekiel Ebenezer. The official calls a foul on Brandon McCoy. Quinteros hurries up for the free kick. Fabrice Mabab blocks the free kick. Thought he was going to get away with it. He's going to be booked. Second half, Christopher Lee sends a high ball into the box. Fantastic effort from Ebenezer, maintaining possession in the crowd. Quinteros, Pacano with the deflection. Ensuing corner, Quinteros takes it. Ebenezer pushes it to Lee. Denied by Spitten's spectacular save. Montgomery College happily concedes the corner. The Raptors looking to set the stage for an attack. Javier Nieto passes to Ndai. What a save from Garrett Peters. Mabab. Ndai. 3 perfect touches, gets it going for Montgomery College. Through to Nieto. And Kostopoulos makes the block. Pacano takes the corner. Thwarted by John Horrocks. Here comes Howard on the counterattack. Right. Quinteros goes by the sliding MC defender. Jonathan Barron grabs his shirt, still has his shirt, grabs him by the back of the neck and pushes him down. Quinteros pushes him. Blatant foul from Barron, but they'll both be booked. Quinteros has really been influencing the game. He'll have to stay out until the next legal substitution period. Midfield battle, Kosmowski. Diagonal to Ebenezer. Pacano is there to challenge. Ebenezer goes down. Pacano doesn't like the call. He kicks the ball. Pacano is issued a warning. Ensuing set piece. Sam Rivera takes it. It finds Emmanuel Wright. They've done it! rivalry has truly been renewed. Howard has fought their way back. We're level with 20 minutes remaining. The momentum belongs to Howard. Kosmowski. Lee, outstanding footwork. Lee gets down the side. Wright is waiting in the middle. Picano with another foul. Ensuing free kick. Off the shoulder of Picano to Lee. Punched out by Spitton. Finally cleared by Montgomery. Montgomery College is in deeper water than they were expecting. Barron for the Raptors. Goes by two defenders. Kostopoulos flies in and closes him down. We're going to overtime. Overtime rules are as follows. 2 10-minute sudden death overtimes. Next goal wins. Barron hurries down the far touch line. Here comes the cross. Barron! Nieto with the volley, just wide of the mark. Corner kick for Montgomery College. Picano takes it. Barron arrives at the back post. Peters and Kosmowski hit the deck and keep Howard alive. John Jones clears it. So far, the overtime period has been all MC. More of the same here. Nieto breaks up the clear. The cross is to Ndai. He nearly ends it. Throw in for Howard. Montgomery wins the ball back. Nieto beats two Dragons, sprinting into the open field. Three-man break for Montgomery College. Nieto, excellent ball across the field to Barron. Cross to Ndai, sees it, lines it up, and hammers it into the back of the net. Montgomery College is going to the Region 20 final. We just witnessed one of the all-time great games in the state's best JUCO rivalry. Montgomery College 2, Howard 1 is your final.
My next guest played soccer professionally in Bulgaria, Portugal, and Hong Kong. This is his 11th season at Howard Community College. Head coach Stefan Draganov joins me now. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you, Diane.
Coach, how proud were you of your players after the Montgomery game?
Montgomery game was something special, and we're so proud of the team, the players. I and my coaching staff, we're very proud with the way that they fought, the way that they compete. And same time, little disappointed just because we couldn't win the game.
Were you surprised that you took Montgomery to overtime?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm surprised. We were ready for the game. We were ready to meet them. We were ready to play them. We were talking a lot before the game, the way that we have to play, the way that we have to take care of some key players that they have in their team. And we were very close.
So what was your strategy? You're talking about key players. Did you change something a little bit different going into this game?
No, just the motivationals kind of took over before the game. We played in the season. We lost early in the season from Montgomery College. We knew what we need to do against them just to get the result. Unfortunately, we came short. But as I said, we're so proud with the way that we played against them.
So what did you say to the players after a loss like this that ended the season?
We told them that we're so proud the way that they played, and that they took part of one big game for our soccer program, and even we lost the game. That will be, a remarkable game in their memories when they get back and look back in their college experience.
So as a coach, were there any players that either surprised you in the later part of the season or that you thought really stepped up and played in the Montgomery game?
Well, as you probably know, we had some issue with goalkeeping position where our goalkeeper a week before the season started broke his elbow. So we were kind of in a situation that we couldn't react very quickly to bring another person. So we convert one of our field players and goalkeeper, Garrett Pierce, and he just did a great job. I'm so proud of him. He knows it. We mentioned to him that that's something that if we go to the Nationals, that will be because of him.
Wow. He made all tournament, all region this year?
Yes, he made the all tournament.
Now that's got to be something pretty special for you as a coach when you take somebody as a field player and then just help teach them in the goal. I mean, that is such a huge transition, isn't it?
Well, first, it's about the sacrifices that he made, about being from field player, going to on the goal with less experience, with not much experience. And of course, the coaching staff worked very hard. Coach DePinto, our goalkeeper's trainer, one of my assistants, he worked very hard with him, and he's improved his skills a lot.
Good luck the rest of the year, Coach, and we'll see you in August.
Thank you.
Playoff soccer continues as Coach Seagroves' Dragons open the tournament against Montgomery College. Mike Lessner anchors our coverage.
Thanks, Diane. Howard enters the Region 20 District H tournament as the #1 seed. 4 teams are still in the hunt for the title and a trip to the D3 National Tournament. The defending Region 20 District H champions enter the playoffs ranked #2 in the national poll. Howard has won 10 consecutive games. They're undefeated against Division III programs dating back to 2012. The Dragons are 14-0-4 against D3 opponents during that stretch. Montgomery College is Howard's arch rival. The Raptors enter the match with a 5-8-1 record. Montgomery College just played Howard 9 days ago. The Dragons won, but MC did take Howard into overtime, a feat no other Division III program accomplished this season. This is a rematch of last year's championship. Howard and Montgomery College battle for a berth in the final. First half, it doesn't take long to see these teams do not like each other. Emma Reccia and Divina St. Peter mix it up along the near touchline, and St. Peter is booked. Montgomery College has possession. Claire Ramirez de Arellano. Julia Mendonca looking for Ana Cordon. Christy Feist gets there first. Mendonca again. Still Mendonca. Through to Cordon. She's 2 yards behind the line, but the linesman flag is down. Cordon scores. The goal counts. There's nothing Howard can do about it. The defending champions are down 1-0. Here it is again. Cordon isn't even watching the line. Count the football yard lines. When the ball is played, the last defender is on the 10-yard line. Cordon is on the 8. The linesman has to do better here. Corner kick for Howard. Liz Parks takes it. Delivers a good high ball. Jordan Nowaski. Reccia makes the block. Montgomery College concedes another corner. Howard was unable to do anything with it. Nikki Manning wins it for the Dragons. Elisa Mobley. Lisa Bianchini. Nice diagonal for Sarah Nowaski. Vital interception from Caitlin Snyder. Cordon for Montgomery College. Park gets a foot on it. Parks outworks Cordon. Cordon nowhere near the ball, lands an elbow on Parks. 1 minute till halftime. Nice work by Sam Comer. Plays it to herself into space. Comer goes down, and Jordan Nowaski is booked. Second half, 1-0 Montgomery College. Parks. Jen Craven. Back to Parks. Craven now, excellent ball. Goalkeeper Leek Fontana comes out and it pays off. 25 minutes remaining. Shay McCafferty. Good ball to Cordon. Catches her in stride. Cordon! Darcy Bazzioni keeps Howard's season alive. Diving save. Picks herself up and chases down the rebound. Free kick for Howard. Bianchini takes it. Rebecca Coughlin nearly ties the match. Plenty of pace on that header. Throw in for Howard. McCafferty runs over Craven, gets a foot on it. Jordan Nowaski runs out of the back. Still Nowaski gets down the side, looking to turn it, but has to absorb a body check. Jones lays her out. Taryn Malencio back to McCafferty. Craven with a challenge from behind. Down goes McCafferty, and Craven is booked. Howard has been given 3 yellow cards. Montgomery has yet to receive any. 17 minutes remaining. Mary Jones takes out Mobley, and she's booked. Sarah Nowaski looking for Parks. Poor touch from the Montgomery defender. Craven is in. She shoots, and it's wide. And Malencio falls on her after the shot right in front of the official. Corner kick for the Dragons. Parks takes it. Gets it to fall. Jordan Nowaski nearly finds a home for the volley. Parks wins it back for the Dragons. Gets the cross off. Connects with Coughlin. Can't create space for the shot. She's swarmed by 3 Raptors. 2:30 remaining in the game. The goal kick is short. Coughlin pushes it ahead. McCafferty gets away with a handball. Mary Jones collides with Coughlin just outside the box. And Jones kicks her. She's sent off. Montgomery College will play with 10 players for the last 2 minutes. Corner kick for the Dragons. Sense of urgency from Parks. Here it comes. There's contact. Becky Manelli goes down. Fontana puts an end to the chance. Last chance for Howard. Bianchini will take the corner. Excellent ball. Parks! Fontana with the save. Montgomery College puts an end to Howard's season. The Dragons' first postseason loss since 2012.
It's a pleasure to welcome 6-time Region 20 champion coach Kate Seagroves to the program. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, tell me what your initial reaction was to the goal that Montgomery scored in that playoff game.
Extreme frustration. I was standing in line with my defensive line, and it looked to me the girl was about 3 yards offsides. So to receive a ball, turn and shoot on our goalie, I mean, after it was done, our entire team had their hands raised, but the referee said no, and I looked at him and I said, how was she not offsides? And he said, you know, it's a goal. So it was just complete frustration. So, but in the long run, we knew we had plenty of time to try to even the score, and you know, we played our hearts out, and unfortunately, we just couldn't find the back of the net.
Now, I know you're a very competitive coach, and I know that losing is tough for you as a competitor. How tough was this loss? You know, going back to all your years of coaching here, would this go as to one of the top 5 losses in your career?
Oh yeah, this is probably, this and I think 2006 were some of my toughest losses. You know, being that high ranked in the nation, knowing the athletes that are on your team are capable of bringing you a national championship, expecting that kind of going in, or at least knowing we had the ability to do that. I mean, it's a really, really tough pill to swallow, and it's not enjoyable, but unfortunately, you know, you just kind of have to take care of it and move forward.
So what did Lisa Bianchini bring to your program, and how are you going to replace her?
That's a good question, and that's like one of our biggest areas of need. I don't know if you can really ever place LB. I mean, she's just she's a special athlete. You know, we fortunately have 3 girls that play in the central mid area that are all returning, so that's good. You know, can we replace her? No, but can we maybe strengthen that area so that, you know, we don't take too much of a step backwards? You know, I think that's possible. We also have 2 outside backs in Jordan Nowaski and Christy Feist, who are going to be very hard to fill their shoes as well, because their speed and their determination were just, you know, it's going to be hard to replace those 3. So, you know, that's our biggest goal right now, is to find some outside backs, you know, a couple outside mids, and obviously a strong forward that has a nose for the goal, but I don't get too blessed with those. So.
Well, I want to wish you the best of luck. You had a tremendous season this year. We're all proud of you. You're a great coach. You know, I'd like to say that you're probably the best coach in the conference. And as you move forward, I do hope that someday you get that ring.
Thanks. I mean, I have to give a lot of credit to Athena. I mean, since I brought her on board, she's been phenomenal. You know, I was going through my own issues this year, and she picked up, you know, all the slack, and, you know, kept everybody motivated. Even when, you know, if one of us is having a bad day, then the other person picks it up, and we found a good balance for each other. So she's been a great pickup for me. So I have to give a lot of credit to her right now, because she's been a great coach for me.
Good luck, Coach, and we'll see you.
Thanks.
In August.
Yep.
Up next, Gary Smolyak relives the action from this year's cross-country nationals.
Learning at home. learning in the classroom, learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
Welcome back. My next guest brought home Howard Community College's first cross-country individual national championship in 2013. He's also a Rouse Scholar. Let's welcome Gary Smolyak. Welcome, Gary. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Good. Congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you.
Tell me, what was it like being on the starting line before the gun? What were you thinking?
Well, I was pretty nervous. I mean, as you can imagine, the pressure from like last year, being the winner, and coach and everybody else wanting me to repeat again, kind of, I mean, had me really nervous because I had no idea what to expect with competition and like the cold weather and everything, and the course being like all muddy. So I really had no idea what to expect. So I was just kind of nervous about it.
So let's take us through that whole national championship, meet. How was it different this year than last year?
Well, last year it was a lot more like hilly of a course. Well, it was at a cross-country ski resort called Northfield Mountain. So basically you started the race and you ran up a mountain. So a lot more hills, a lot more windy, and the course was kind of more back in the woods, less people out there kind of watching. And of course it was dry, not as much mud compared to this year.
So take me back to when you did win the national championship. Mm-hmm. What did it feel for you?
Well, first it was kind of like surprise because I didn't actually know that I had won when I crossed the line. So it was like a surprise kind of, and it's like, oh, whoa. I'm the national champion because I guess the first place guys who was like way in front, he went straight at one point where he was supposed to turn, so, and nobody really saw him, so I just always had the mentality that I was in second place. So when I actually finished the race, it was kind of like a shock, but so it was like a great feeling like immediately after, and first I couldn't believe it, but like eventually, as we went later and later, like on through the day, it kind of started to sink in that, whoa, I am the national champion here.
So what did you learn about yourself this year going through the season?
Well, I'll start as a runner. As a runner, I'd say, well, I've grown a lot since like starting here. I think I've become more like competitive at it, and like actually trying my best and trying to like beat the person and fight for my place. Because I think in high school I didn't really have that as much. I was just kind of like running my own race and kind of felt it out based on how comfortable I was. So here I kind of learned more to push my comfort level and try and go for it, basically.
Well, Gary, you became the first ever national champion in the sport of cross country, and that's something nobody will ever take away from you. So good luck, and good luck in your future.
Thank you.
Women's volleyball closes the show. Coach Troy's Dragons entered the District G tournament as the number 4 seed. The Dragons went down 2-1 in the play-in match. Howard came back to win the 4th and 5th set, defeating Anne Arundel and registering the program's first playoff win since 2012. The 3 o'clock match would be their last. Lorain County swept Howard 3-0. Lorain went on to sweep Montgomery College in the final and finished the season just 2 points shy of winning the national championship. For the latest highlights, go to youtube.com/HCC Dragon Sports. Thanks for watching, and remember, go Dragons!